y'all. Welcome to Mind Your Mental, your space to focus on all things related to mental health, wellness, and living your best life. How many times have you set a goal for yourself and couldn't follow through with it? Somehow along the way, you lost track of your goals, you lost sight of your goals, you started to revert back to old habits and behaviors. If you can relate, you are going to want to join me today because, honey, we are going to be talking about goals, how to set them, how to hold yourself accountable, and what to do if you get off track. So grab some tea and let's get into it. So part one is all about establishing your goals and putting some action behind it. Consider the goals you want to set and choose them. I'm going to challenge you to this exercise. Write down 5 goals you would like to work on. And I want you to explore why this goal is important to you. I really want you to examine how it would benefit you and what makes you feel motivated to achieve this goal. One of the reasons why I'm asking you to explore why this goal is important to you is because I want you to really think about how this goal will impact your life. I also want you to check in with yourself too, because a lot of times we set goals and it's not necessarily for us, it's for other people. I want this goal to be a goal that you can benefit from and not a goal that you're choosing for someone else. Try imagining achieving this goal and think about how it might feel to accomplish that. And I want you to hold on to that feeling. A lot of times as humans, we resonate with a feeling. So if we can just imagine that feeling of how it'll feel to accomplish this goal, sometimes it can give us a little bit more gas in our tanks and just kind of help us feel a little bit more motivated to dedicate and commit ourselves to these goals and actually follow through with it. So once you've done this, now it's time to prioritize your goals or establish which goal you'd like to choose to work on first. So I know some of y'all might be excited and want to work on all 5 goals that you've just written down at once, but please y'all, pump the brakes. And I'm gonna tell you why. Multiple goals at a time can put you at risk for feeling overwhelmed. And in my opinion, it creates a recipe for burnout, which leaves you reverting back to old behaviors and neglecting not just one, but all of your goals. So I know, I encourage you to write down those 5 goals, but keep the other 4 goals and just try to work on one goal at a time. Now that you have chosen your goal, part 2 of this is using the SMART acronym. I want you to write them down. Let me be clear. This isn't just writing down your goals on a sheet of paper that's going to get wrinkled up and lost somewhere. Let me be clear. I want you to write your goals in a journal or notebook that's designated for your goal setting process. If you have a designated place to write down your goals, that's something that can keep you focused on your goal. It's a way that symbolizes that you have really committed to this goal. So now we're going to jump into the SMART goals. Now, what is a SMART goal exactly? This is just a strategy that helps you to accomplish your goals. Now, some of y'all might already know what a SMART goal is. If you have been to any of your wellness workshops or productivity meetings at work, I'm sure you may have heard of a SMART goal. But don't roll your eyes yet. There is actually research that backs this method. So we're going to go through the SMART goal. So S stands for being specific. You kind of did this when you chose your goal in the beginning, but now it's time to narrow your focus. Your goal should answer the questions who, what, when, where, and why. So M stands for measurable. So as you're thinking about your goal, think about how do you know you're making progress towards your goal. This portion of the goal statement will answer the questions how much and how many. This will also help you track your progress. So A is for achievable. I have tried to live by the mantra, go big or go home when it comes to goal setting, y'all. And honey, let me tell you, that did not work for me. Within a week, I was burnt to a crisp and back to embracing old habits. So y'all, please don't do this. Setting goals that you can reasonably accomplish helps to keep you motivated. If you have come up with this big goal that is very difficult for you to accomplish, an example of that might be, I want to run a marathon, but you want to do it in 1 or 2 weeks. That's not a realistic goal. Chances are you won't be prepared, you'll get burnt out pretty quickly, and you won't be able to achieve this goal. Make sure your goals are realistic and achievable. R is for relevant. One way to discover relevance is to ask yourself how achieving this goal will contribute to your longer term goal, or how it fits in with the bigger vision of your life. T is the very last letter and it stands for time-based, which asks the question, what is your time frame for accomplishing this goal? This will help you prioritize, and it helps you to focus on something to look forward to. So now that we've talked about the SMART goal, let's put this acronym together to create an actual goal. So let's say your overall goal is to lose 25 pounds in 2023. So the goal is, I will walk with a coworker for 15 minutes during lunch, 3 days a week for the next 4 weeks to break up my sedentary day and increase my activity level. Okay, y'all, so let's break this goal down. So this goal is specific because it includes the who, what, when, where, and why. This goal is also measurable because it states how much time will be committed to walking and how frequently. It's also achievable because this is something that can be done during this person's lunch break. This goal is also relevant because walking at lunch is exercise, which contributes to losing weight. And lastly, this goal is time-based because 4 weeks identifies the time commitment to this goal. Okay, y'all. So now that we have discussed SMART goals and how to set them, let's talk accountability. This will help you take ownership of the goals that you set, and it'll keep you following through. So here are 4 ways that you can hold yourself accountable. Number 1, put your goals in a place where you can see them daily. Y'all, this could be anywhere. You can put this, on your nightstand. You can put it on your bathroom mirror. You can put it on your refrigerator, or you can get creative and save it as your phone's home screen. There are lots of ways that you can come up with keeping your goals in your face. Seeing these goals will be a constant reminder to keep working on them. So number 2, tell somebody. Get an accountability partner. Now y'all, be real careful with this one. Your accountability partner should be someone who is supportive. This person will cheer for you when you are making progress, but will also hold you accountable and tell you the truth when you're making excuses and reverting back to old habits. This person won't encourage you to neglect your goals, even if they are not following through with their own goals. Now, y'all know misery loves company, but don't fall for it. Your accountability partner will listen and will help you to problem solve when you hit a roadblock. This person is someone who has a track record of being dependable and consistent. I also like to add this as well. Before you get into having an accountability partner, I recommend that you talk to that person about what you need in order to feel supported and how you need to be held accountable, and discuss expectations before agreeing to move forward in this partnership. So number 3, seek out a life coach or a therapist, and here's why. If you have noticed you have consistently neglected your goals, if you're not able to fight through when you plateau, Or if you notice that, you engage in a lot of self-sabotaging behavior, these professionals can help you stay on track, and a therapist can help you to explore and process underlying issues that are reflected in your behaviors and can help you to develop the tools you need to overcome those challenges. Number 4, do at least one thing every day to work towards accomplishing your goal. Y'all, this could be something small, especially on days when you are struggling. And the reason why I recommend doing something every day that's working towards your goal is because that keeps you in the routine and the habit of working towards your goal. And even though it could be something really small, any progress towards accomplishing your goal is something. So I want to stress that these are ways to hold yourself accountable. Please don't feel that you have to do all of these things at once. But these are just some ways to hold yourself accountable. If you can do all of them, that's great. If not, it's perfectly fine to pick 1 or 2 of these tips and go from there. Okay, y'all, this is the last section, but it is just as important as the others that we've talked about today. So, what to do if you get off track? You will experience this at some point. Please don't panic. It is okay. It is just a part of the process, but don't worry, I got you. So here are some ways that you can reverse your setback and get back on track. Number 1, practice self-compassion. The very last thing that you want to do is put yourself down in a situation like this. Negative thoughts creep in so easily. Please don't let this keep you down. Practice positive affirmations to pull yourself out of this. My rule of thumb is, if you would not say it to the people you care about, or if you think it would be hurtful to them, please don't say it to yourself. Try to keep this in mind to cut back on negative self-talk. If anything, it just keeps you in the same spot, or worse, keeps you from accomplishing your goal. It works against you. Number 2, reflect. In most cases, hindsight is 20/20. So if we can look back on what went wrong, and if we can think about how we would choose to handle the situation differently that led to us getting off track, that can really help us learn and grow from that experience. It can also help us to understand triggers for getting off track as well. Maybe we had a bad day and that day just kind of snowballed. Another way to reflect is to journal. Now, earlier on, I talked about writing down your goals in a journal. I encourage you to journal daily. You can learn more about yourself and understand your behavior patterns, and also understand your triggers as well, and make changes that will help you stay on track. Number 3, lean on your accountability partner, coach, or therapist. This can help you to navigate difficult times, especially when you can't see your way out. So please lean on them. If you're the type of person that likes to keep things in and not really share how you're feeling or what you're struggling with, I am going to challenge you to try to open up more and share how you're feeling. If you need help, please reach out. Don't suffer in silence. If we're silent about what we're going through, we're going to continue to sink. And we're going to continue to go down that rabbit hole that does nothing to help us move forward. So the sooner that we ask for help and lean on the people we have identified to be helpful, this can really help us to get back on track a lot faster. Woo, child. I know this was probably a lot today. So here are some key points and takeaways. Identify your goal. Set a SMART goal. Hold yourself accountable, enlist support, select ways to get back on track if you happen to fall off course. I really hope that this helps to encourage you to set goals, to become motivated about the goals that you've already established, and to go through the process of working on and achieving your goals. So I'm curious, what is the most important goal you'd like to set, and how do you think it would make you feel to accomplish it? Comment below, because you may inspire someone. If you thought this video was helpful, please hit the like button and also subscribe so you can be notified first when new content drops. I'll be back on Wednesdays. Make it a great day, miners, and always be good to yourself.